Hey everybody, thanks for joining the channel. Had this battle I wanted to post, finally saved up the money, i.e. in-game Silver Lions, didn't pay Gold Eagles for it. Got my first helicopter, been doing a lot of practicing with it. Sorry I haven't posted any videos in a few months, had to move and life and all kinds of stuff just been going on. But trying to get back to streaming some more War Thunder. When the new Ace Combat comes out, I plan on streaming all the standard missions for that and the VR missions. So hopefully that'll be good. Obviously all on PlayStation. So big thing with the helicopters at 8.0 or even at 9.0, it's totally different because you have those guided missiles. But 8.0, I have absolutely loved playing my helicopter. A lot of people are real upset about first spawn helicopters, like cancer, whatever. It's not any worse, in my opinion, than when everybody used to take tier 1 vehicles and rush the cap and then immediately get in a jet. Helicopters, at least, are not as ridiculously overpowered, in my opinion, because they're fragile. Not too much will take them down. I like to engage pretty long range. Normally people, when they leave the spawn, they're pretty grouped up. You see here I get a few hits right off the jump. The coolest upgrade I got for this Cobra was the 76 missile upgrade, or rocket upgrade, versus the 20 that you get at the beginning. Usually don't survive the first pass, especially when you go out the group like that. Something I've learned: you got to learn to fly low. If you watch my altitude, down about 7 meters. And your speed is 160 is your top, unless you're in a dive or something. I've seen 180 and 190, but it's really not happy when you do that. But you got to make your first pass and get really, really low and just extend your escape. Think about if you're playing ARB or something, you have to extend and just stay on the ground. If you come up at all or try to turn around and do a quick pass, so remember, about half of everybody you just shot at is repairing. So they turn around and they're shooting at you or looking at you with your machine guns. But got a minute or so flying back to the base here to rearm. Grinded out M1 Abrams. I grinded up to and unlocked my XM 803, but I haven't actually purchased it yet because it's like 1,000,000 lions, and then you need like 200,000 more to even get a crew ready for it and all this other stuff. My German tech tree, I've finally unlocked a Leopard A1A1, and in my opinion the downgrade for the A1A1 to 8.7 for the regular A1A1 is great. I was constantly getting up tiered to 9.7, 10.0 when it was a 9.0 and just getting wrecked. A stock A1A1, in my opinion, has no business at 10.0. I get up tiered, as you guys have seen, whoever's watched any of my videos, I get up tiered all the time. It's what happens. Their tiering, their BR matchmaker system, I've been quoting for 2 years now. It doesn't function correctly. There's no reason someone should get up tiered. Out of 20 games, I get up tiered 18 of them. And I have a pretty even lineup. I've really been working on my lineups, trying to find specific battle ratings that I know I'm not going to get up tiered in, and even then I try to watch what everybody else is playing as far as rank 4, rank 5, rank 6 vehicles, to try to catch that off game where I can get tiered properly and playing different vehicles. And top tier sucks right now. My 8.0 lineup is fun with the American team I have. T95, M551, M60 AOS, Cobra. It's a lot of fun. I've been having more fun with this. Something you got to practice, especially just take it out in regular practice mode and landings. You can come up, if you look at how I approach, I cut my collective down to almost nothing, and you just arc it up, and you'll watch on the right your ascent rate is going to go way up. And then once you level out, it's going to bottom out at your descent rate. Just remember, about 50% is where you're going to hover around, 50 to 60%. So I'll come up in a high arc to kill all my speed, and then I'll just walk it in. Nice little touchdown here. And a rearm. If you make it through one pass in your heli and you make it back, and again, I'm really surprised I did not have any planes spawned in. Usually after I make a good first pass and I make it back to my pad, somebody's capped, somebody's gotten in their plane first try, and the helicopter landing area does not have top cover, or anti-aircraft cover, that's what I meant. And you're too far away from the regular landing pad, so that anti-aircraft doesn't work, and it's too goddamn far to fly to try to get back there to rearm and reload. So I jump in the chat and check and see if there's any planes up. Nobody responds, don't get nothing, and off we go. Now this particular map, now there's certain maps helicopters in my opinion just don't work on at 8.0. Most of your city maps, there's too much for people to hide behind. Wide open maps like this, as you'll see, my favorite place here is to go where A is. So I'm watching the map, looking at what's being marked and the kill feed. And I'm watching that light tank. A has not been captured. They own B and nobody owns C. So I figure if I come over here to this light tank, help us cap A, we might be doing alright. Then I see off to the right of B, that little marker there. And I realize that dude's probably shooting at my light tank across the map. So I'm going to go give him a hard time. Hopefully spot him. That's another thing that the helis are good for, is spotting other tanks for your ground forces. Because you start launching 20 rockets in an area and people are going to notice. Learn to use your tail a lot with the helicopter. You can change your direction and change your focus point and really make your helicopter more effective when you learn to use that tail rotor. I used to fly remote control like little helicopters, personal ones, so I kind of understand how the joysticks and the physics of the helicopter work. It looks like the light tank's smoked out. Look over here, checking the B point, we're capturing that, so I'm not needing a lot of help. And if you look at the kill feed, we're pretty much cleaning up. And I notice we have a Yag Panther and a mouse. I know I can't hurt the mouse. I can hurt the mouse, but it's harder. So I figure I'm going to dump some rockets at this Yag Panther. Get a nice critical, set him on fire, knock his engine out, and I could not get turned to hit that mouse. And again, people are probably looking at me, and then I notice that little M92 over there. Extend your escape. Stay low, stay fast, learn to dodge trees, and just keep pushing your escape. So don't get too far to this side of the map, because the airfield anti-aircraft will absolutely wreck you. Don't go anywhere near it, stay away from it, but extend your escape. Now see that tail rotor kicking? You can use that tail rotor and kick. If you watch the kill feed, that pointed out that Panther tore his ass up and they killed him, and I'm gonna get credit for it. You don't have to kill people in the helis, just set them on fire, just damage them, and you get kill assists. And I know that little 92 is over there, so I was kind of watching for him and the mouse, and I noticed that Arado. If you watch, you'll lose him here. And some people don't do a lot. Helicopters are actually really good at, especially this one, shooting down planes. You got to remember, this thing has a twin minigun on the front. I was off on my thing there, but I figured I would just scare him. He would run away. I'm going to try to hit this 92. It looks like they're getting handled. My team's pushing into their cap. I haven't realized it's their cap yet. I don't condone spawn camping ever. But that little waffle tiger is dead. I see a guy over here. I'm gonna throw some shots at him, point him out to my team. I thought I hit him better than that, but apparently I did not. Trying to stay low, had to get over that tree, and hopefully my team can cover me. I did notice I still got 24 rockets. We own all the caps. We're pushing into their spawn. I'm not gonna fly all the way back. I had thought about it here for a second. Then I was like, meh, let's not fly back. I figured I'd come over here at A to see what was going on. And this guy, for whatever reason, attracts all kinds of attention to himself here in a second. But I was just going to fly over here and see what was up. I didn't even see him. All of a sudden he starts shooting. I'm like, oh, okay. I can play this game. Throw a few rockets at him, and he has got to be the worst aiming, trying to drive machine gunner. I don't understand why he can't hardly hit me. Get a good track on him, and that spots him for everyone else on my team that's over there. And you see the plane came in behind me, started shooting him, and got him. So I thought. So I'm gonna kick around, and look, he is still alive, still shooting. So I still have 8 rockets left. I'm gonna make another pass. And I gave my 7.62 or my 20 mils a run. I think they're 20s or are they 7.62s? I have to double check that. I know the later Cobra has 20 mils, but these are not that great. Where'd he go? Keep spotting him for my team. Now, I thought, you know how when you park in a cap, you can reload with your tank? So I'm thinking, instead of flying all the way back to the base, why don't I just land here and try to reload my rockets? Which, in my opinion, if you can land here and you take the time to land here, I think it should reload you slowly, just like it does a tank. Maybe like 6 or 8 at a time, kind of like it does smoke. For rockets, not the ATGM should take longer, like the regular rounds. But the rocket should only take as long as smoke. So I land here, shut everything, 0 collective, windows open, trying to wait to see if this thing will reload, see what my team's doing. Again, I don't want to fly all the way back to my base. It just takes too damn long. I realize it's not reloading. I'm like, well, let's go fly around. Either or. That was from when this was actually filmed yesterday. Wife was making some Philly cheesesteaks, so I figure I'll cap some rounds off of this guy. Point him out to my team. Again, I don't understand why he can't hit me. Now, you'll notice the title of the video. You hear that just fly by me? There's a jet somewhere flying around. I didn't notice it, like know where it was just yet. Best thing to do when jets fly around, usually they get you in their first pass. I figured I would run over here and try to get my AAA to cover me a little bit. The IS-7 made another pass at me. I think I got a little bit hit by my own team, but figured I'm going to die soon. I'm going to make another pass at this guy. I don't know what he is. He's obviously, if he's AAA, he's terrible at it. I think, if I remember right, it turns out to be a Leopard. And I think, if I also remember right, it's 10 millimeters a pen. Now, if you watch here, there's a damn Horton. And remember when I said it's fun to shoot down planes? You basically have an anti-aircraft gun, and you have a ton of rounds. So I just squeeze a few off. Oh, looky, I got a hit. Now, if you know Hortons, pretty much anything damage you do to them makes them unflyable. This guy was pretty good at keeping his thing in the air. I don't know why I didn't get hits right there. I feel like that should have been a kill, but I got the guy on the ground still shooting at me. Got this Horton flying around. I lost him for a second. But he gonna fly back because I think it was that guy that killed that leopard earlier, and he was really upset at me. Damage to the fuselage. Say goodbye, Mr. Horton. First time I've ever shot down a jet. I've shot down a prop plane, I think, once. But that really made the game for me. So, hope you guys enjoy the video. Like I said, I'm gonna start.
A fucking airplane with my helicopter. Eats with a spoon.
But I'll start posting some more videos, and you guys have a good one.